All right. I just realized I'm still starting every video off by saying, all right. Oops. So the last one, I was trying to do this solar panel setup, and honestly, I was looking around for some inspiration. I found a build I like, so I'm just going to go ahead, instead of like copying the blueprint and pasting it, just for like viewership's sake, I'm going to build it so you can kind of, if anyone wanted to like build along or see, you know, why I'm doing what I'm doing. But for a lot of complicated stuff, I will copy blueprints offline because, as you saw in the last one, I'm trying to do stuff and I'm like, this is just really difficult. I don't know. Maybe I'm struggling with being creative, but it's difficult to like build something from scratch. But the thing about copying blueprints offline is like you gotta know how something works, because you could just copy a blueprint and throw it down, but like if you don't know what all the circuit conditions they have on there are doing or whatever, then you're gonna kind of struggle. So it's good to learn like why things are the way they are. Like for logistic stuff and circuits. Also, while these things get rid of these last few solar panels, I thought about it and I realized I know what I did wrong on the circuitry. So my goal was to have 600 of each, and these get added into the network until there's 600 bots, right? So I look at the Y signals, the total logistic bots. So I'm telling this thing, enable this as long as, and then it said read the Y signal, and I put 500. So I want it to be 600. But what I'm telling you right now is to enable this inserter when the signal is 500, which is dumb, right? I want it to enable when the signal Y, which is the total number, is less than 600. So whenever the total number of logistics bots is less than 600, it's reading how many are there. See on the right, it's going up. As long as it's under 600, it's going to add more logistics bots into the network. So it should, right now we're adding logistics bots. It's continuing reading. There's not 600. And then right here where there's 600, it stops. So that was my mistake. I just wasn't thinking. So this one, I want this to put construction bots into the network until there's 600. So that was my mistake. So it's kind of dumb, but I thought about it. I'm like, oh, that's why that's not working. So anytime I want to increase the number of bots that are in the network, all I'm going to do is go over here and bump it up like to 700, 800. So yeah, glad I figured that out because I was feeling so stupid. I'm like, why is this not working? Okay, so I'm building this. I went on like Factorio prints and I was just looking at people's designs to see ones that jumped out and that I liked. So I'm going to recreate this one I'm looking at right here. Like I was saying before, I'm going to start with the power poles. Copy this. There we go. Okay. So this one has 4x4 power pole range, so that everything is covered by power. Because for the solar panels to be powering up the solar panels to be adding the energy to the grid, they have to have power poles next to them. We're going to start off by grabbing these accumulators, continue researching stuff, do some basic ones, just knock them out while we're doing this. All the military stuff. Alright, so here, got 2 down. All the way across. There is like a certain ratio of like solar panels to accumulators. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sure if I looked at it long enough, I'd be able to see. So like these make 60 kilowatts, these store. I don't know how to read accumulators, to be honest. I don't like, when I look at it in here, like the charge, megajoules versus watts and all that, I don't understand fully. this. And this is going to go right in the middle, all the way across. I'm going to say it was like 12, something like that. So I'm going to copy this, press H to flip, and do the same on the other side. Then the RoboPort right in the middle. I think I can do one more here like this. I think it was like this. There we go. And then there is another 2, 3. Okay. Then for the bottom half, I'll do this, and then I'm just going to copy this up here and do the same thing we did on the top part. And then I just have to fill in everything else with solar panels. And this will be our solar setup that we use. And for some reason, these aren't touching. That's kind of annoying. Wonder why. Might have gone too big. I did the full stretch of the power poles. Maybe I'm just looking at a picture of these, but oh yeah, I went too big. I went too big. That's fine. I'll just use this one since I've already built it. If it has some extra space, it has some extra space. Just heard an explosion. Oh, we're getting attacked by biters. Nice. So I guess I haven't been keeping a close enough eye on the pollution cloud because it triggered an attack, and of course they go straight for the power. So that's not good. Gotta pause what we're doing and go kill these guys. Very bad to lose our power that we have going up here. So let me connect this up to the logistics grid so that bots will come and replace these things. And looks like I'm gonna have to deal with some biters because they're gonna keep sending people. I think it's this base right here. Yeah, that's triggering attacks. So let's pause what we're doing. Our construction bots are coming now that I put this network down. Let's pause what we're doing and we're gonna go kill some biters. I think I have turrets in my pocket. Yeah, I do. And ammo, so we can do the turret creep. Let's set up our little defense line and move up. Alright, it's all cleared out. I can just tell the robots bring me back all this stuff. And we're good on the northern front for now. I'm gonna have to probably get my choke points set up pretty soon with walls and turrets. But that's bound to happen. Alright, let me go back down here. We're gonna fix this solar panel setup because I want it to be perfect. is blinking? Oh, because we don't have a machine making... We don't have anything making burner inserters, so we're just going to do that real quick. So that if we get attacked like that in the future, we can remake the stuff automatically, so I don't have to go and handcraft stuff again. So we'll keep that at like very limited. Power up these inserters. There we go. So this will start crafting this stuff. And it'll put it in a chest for the bots to go and replace it now. I really want to get better armor so I can get exoskeletons. That way I run faster. Because that's something I really hate, having to go like to the edge of the map and kill biters and come back. It takes forever. Okay, so this is not right down here. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna start over. Start over from this upper right portion. We're gonna redo this. So I just want it to be neat and tidy. Especially if I'm gonna place like more of these down. I don't want to have like that little gap in the bottom with the space in between there. It's gonna bug me. Alright, so max length that can go is here, but there is 4 solar panels in between, and then this is here, so they're not going the max length. With here, 4 in between, and then it's a bit smaller than what I had going, which was the max reach of those, but that's okay. Then put a couple more of these down. Okay. So then put 2 this way. This is going to be where the next power pole is. This is surrounded by accumulators. 1 solar panel fits perfectly in there. 2 go up here. Like this. And so these are in line. There we go. And this power pole is going to go right here. There we go. So solar panel fits in there too. Sweet. Probably could be bigger, but I think this one is laid out to where everything fits snugly. So we'll use this person's design. That's fine. We have one right here, one right here. Same with this. And then this one around this. And down. Same thing here. And right in the middle. Not sure exactly how many, but As long as we can fit a roboport in here. I believe it looks like this. There we go. And then 9 of these here. That looks better. Perfectly fitting all the solar panels. All the space is used up. Okay. Then I'm just gonna copy this, and which is the top half. Flip it around. There we go. And this can be our thing that from now on, when I want more solar panels, I'm just gonna copy this. And I'll make this a blueprint. Alright. Just call it solar panel setup, create blueprint, and that's going in the book right here. So now I can do a copy paste and put another one down if I want to later, or I can just press B and grab that one I just blueprinted. So again, like I could have, since I'm just using somebody else's blueprint that I found online, I could have just copy pasted it in my blueprint book out the gate, but it's good to like build stuff yourself. I struggle with being creative, and I feel like it would take so much time for me to like understand. I mean, I've been trying to do that a little bit this playthrough, but there's some things that are very tedious, like the power setups. So now this is good. These are all going to be charging. Basically, we're getting free power off the solar panels. It's storing the excess in the batteries. Then at night, when the solar panels turn off, it'll work off the batteries that it built up. And so all we need is for this to connect to our network right here. And yep, now we're getting solar panel added to this. So we'll be good on power for a while. And if I want to make more of these, I can just start throwing them down up here. Just got to keep an eye out for the pollution triggering more biter attacks. But yes, for now, that's pretty good. And it even has a roboport in there, so we can connect it up to the logistics network. Hooray. Okay. So now we've done that. Done a bunch of researches. I'll keep doing these military science ones to knock them out. And how is our bots on upgrading? Everything has been upgraded from that one planner that I threw down. We looked at the logistics network. We're still building the belts back up, so before I upgrade some more, I'll just leave that. Let these guys refill my inventory with stuff. And let's see. Could throw down a upgrade planner with just the crafting machines, so we get all those upgraded. So I want everything to be a blue crafting machine. I don't want any of those gray ones, so it's going to replace 147 of those, which we should have enough stocked up. Yeah, we do. Plenty. So we're going to upgrade right now with that all of the things that are crafting kind of slow, like the science and the red chips, which we already made those out of blue ones, but let's see. Next thing I want to do is probably going to be the next science, so we can get all that. I mean, we haven't even fully researched. We've almost researched everything we can. We can get the rocket silos going. That it's a whole thing in itself. The rocket parts, they take these 3 really high tier materials. So you got to build this rocket silo. Once you build one of those, then you have to build 100 of these parts to launch one rocket. So each one of these parts takes 1 blue chip, 1 low density structure, 1 rocket fuel. So if you look at what those take, rocket fuel is made from this, blue chips are made from this, and low density structures are made from this. So it's a lot of production stuff. We're going to have to do a lot of crafting. So it's going to be... We're getting there, though. We're getting there for sure. Trying to get all this covered with logistical coverage. Power it up. And I don't like seeing the green. I want to fill it in and make it all orange. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna move this down a bit because we're gonna want to craft more stuff. I should make some of these bulk inserters, but the only problem is it takes red chips, and red chips are being made so far down the bus down here that to get them up here would be a long, crazy belt. So I really want to get logistic chests, which we're not there yet. We have to get into rockets before we can do that. This is another thing I could do is unlock the nuclear by mining some uranium. I want these to be red belts. So our first uranium patch is either going to be this one right here or this one right here. I'm making sulfuric acid. Probably closer to this one. You do need sulfuric acid going through the mining drills in order to mine uranium. But I mostly just want to do it to unlock these. It'll be a little bit before we're using those. So it's not that necessary. And plus we got this solar panel setup going, so we can just periodically place more of those. I say that word a lot. I've noticed watching back my videos. I say periodically a lot. 300 solar panels saved up, 300 accumulators. This build takes 160 and 176. So I can place a couple more of those. I'll just do one more right there next to that. There's a lot of different things we could do now. We have rockets unlocked. There is purple and yellow science, which looking at, let's see, blue belts, we don't even have everything to red belts yet, so that's like a purple science thing with like we might not need yet. Same with this one. We don't have modules, and the crafting speed of these is nice for like the science and the things that take a while, but for a lot of things you don't, unless you have belts to match the speed at which you use the items. You know, like if the belt's bringing stuff in slow and this is crafting super fast, it's not necessary because it'll be waiting on the product to get there. So almost think maybe I should wait on rushing purple science. I want to say you do space stuff first now in Space Age. I think that's like the general progression. Beacons are really nice, but until we have a ton of power and modules, you don't really need those. Elevated rails, I haven't even started using trains yet. So purple science, it's a lot of good stuff, but might not need it just yet. Yellow science, yeah, all these things, it's kind of like not super necessary yet. I think the first thing we'll want to do is probably the rockets next. Start trying to launch rockets and get to white science in space, because that will unlock these blue chests, which are very good. They help us out a ton. Yeah, I think that'll be the the next thing I do, probably. And I can set up some stuff to start crafting, like maybe a little bit of modules somewhere. Logistics network out here where we're working at. Oops, I don't want these ones, I want the long reach ones. Okay. So, let me throw down some more of these. Oh, this one is right there. It's just not powered up. Okay. So... if we're gonna focus on doing a space, like a rocket, as our next objective, we're gonna need to make all the things that the rocket takes. So we're gonna need some blue chips, we're gonna need some low density structures, and we're gonna need some rocket fuel. Where do I start with these? Maybe the blue chips. So blue chips take 20 green chips, 2 red chips, and 5 sulfuric acid. This one is going to be making blue chips, and we want to do something like this, probably. So the output's going to go onto a belt here. Okay. Same thing here. So this is where it's going to output. Input, it needs chips, and green chips and red chips. How fast do these craft? 10 seconds. So I think it should be fine to do... I want to get these bulk inserters. Definitely going to do that next. I think 2 of those should be fine. Okay. We'll do something not too crazy. Maybe... We'll do double this, so like 8 of these to start. Oh, we have these giant substations. We'll start using those. Look how much power coverage that gets. It's pretty awesome. See how I can make this look neater. There we go. Alright, so now for this we need some of our sulfuric acid, which is way over here. So we need this to branch off. We'll bring it down here, why not? I don't think it takes a lot, so we can use the same one that the batteries are using. Sure, this is good. Looks to be good. I'll throw some lights down so we can see what we're doing. Then we need red chips and green chips. So and then some green chips. Oops. Okay. And now we are going to be creating blue chips very, very slowly. This is going to sap up our red chip production, which already, I mean, it's already struggling. The only thing really we could do, I guess, is the higher tier. You either do more lines of these or go towards the higher speed assembling machines. But for now, we'll have like a slow trickle of blue chips. And that's what it's about. You know, starting somewhere. I could probably use these blue chips. I'll put a buffer chest right here for now. But I could use the ones that they're making for some of the, like maybe this armor or whatever, until I get enough. But yep, I'm gonna cut it right here. We're at about 32 minutes. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.